it's the other semifinal now, because Solar versus Neeb was uploaded a day ago, a couple days ago, depending on how long it takes for YouTube to parse this. But now we get to take a look at how PvT looks in the new patch. Less changes outside of no void rays, but still it is Kelazhur making a deep run versus MaxPax, who is one of the odds-on favorites to win this entire tournament. Let's see who wins, but before we do that, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. It really does, again, help things out. I do appreciate it. And I stream on Twitch every Monday, EPT North America, 7 p.m. Eastern, EPT Korea, and any apprentice, or excuse me, the Apprentice Cup every 7 p.m. Eastern, or 10 p.m. Eastern, and 3 p.m. Eastern, respectively, and other things as they do happen, such as this PTR tournament that happened Sunday, March 13th. So, enjoy the games, check me out, and I'll catch you next time. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot to do one. We need predictions here. People losing a lot of points. No one trusted Neeb. But I did. I trusted in USA, USA, USA. All right. We got that one set on up here. And we're going to have to see what exactly these players go for. Now, the balance patch does not affect most PvT games all that much. What it does is it just kind of takes the strategy off the table for now. It says, hey, that proxy void ray all-in that has been really not even dominating the highest levels anymore. It killed everyone for a little bit. The day after the void ray patch, back in 2020, I cast a best of 9 between Innovation and Parting, where Parting won, I think, 5-2. And every single game he won, he just did proxy voids. And it's like, okay, have fun. And in fairness, the first time a new build happens, you're not always going to be able to download it. You're not always going to be able to figure it out quite as well as you would like. So this is not me saying, well, innovation's bad, whatever, because it was figured out more. But again, he didn't have a lot of time, and it was very strong at the start. It did start to get figured out a little bit more, but that is by people of the highest echelons of professional play, not your mid-GM players, not your Masters players, certainly not your Diamond players. And that is kind of how this patch has felt for the most part. It is ooh, shade in because the Reaper's on the other side of the map here. This is delayed command center. Nice job here from MaxPax. He will just make Kelazhur's life a little bit sad, just a little bit longer. Adept trying to find its way up on the high ground and says, okay, well, if you want to send another STV down, you got to wait a minute. But that really does seem to be the theme of this patch, just a little bit. You go and, CV, nope, don't go on the low ground yet. MaxPax may even just, yeah, okay, he will can't, that's a free Marine. But he will kill that one and take a fairly good trade. Now, does he get the STV? It's going to take, no, he won't, okay. So that is unfortunate. MaxPax prioritizing the Marine over the STV. Which, sure, fine, but yeah, this is Harding heard about this patch coming out. That's why he decided to retire 4 months ago now, 5 months ago. He said, it's not going to work anymore. No more shield batteries. I'm out. I'm going to the military. Have fun, guys. Very clearly, that's what happened. Is the Oracle now we're going to try to find its way on in, and that's a fresh mule. And sure, it's only a mule in a single SCV, but fresh mule. That looked expensive. But we talk about this. We really talk about this patch. It's kind of the big deals. The random Cyclone on the other side of the map. Kelazhur finding some value. You can tell he's teammates with Clem because this is absolutely a Clem move. I'll just send 3 Marines and a Cyclone and see what happens. Or in Kelazhur's case, I'll just send 2 Cyclones and 6 Marines instead, as the Oracle continues to find value here. It's only 2 Marines, so this not really fought all that well. But the Cyclones on the other side with these Marines as well, it's a bit of a problem. So 2 Cyclones will go down. It won't actually. Stalker does not get that last shot off, and the Marines look to run on forward. And this is just trading for now. He's not going to get too much damage. And MaxPax on the other side of the map, he did get economic damage. He has killed 4 workers. He's certainly got 1 mule. They don't show up in units lost, though. Now the army, the Stalkers are running forward. This is a lot of dead Marines. The Cyclone's going to look for a lock-on, but it's going to run out of vision. And that means this is just not, this is snowballing in the opposite way for Kelazhur. MaxPax's micro is pretty damn good. We'll see the Cyclone. Finally, it's going to kill something, and some of these Stalkers have gone down, but there was 2 Stalkers for like 12 Marines. And a couple Cyclones. The Oracle's going to kill this. There we go. Cyclone is now dead. The rally push from Kelazhur, it's kind of gone. It's in the dead. It's in the ground. And resources lost is rather significantly in MaxPax's favor now. He's up 12 workers. That micro from MaxPax was really damn good. Absolutely there, Grazzle. Now we have the Stalkers, excuse me. They're looking to run on forward, deny things. Now there's a tank on the high ground. These are damaged Stalkers, so don't want to do that. We will see a Stalker go down. But Kelazhur, for now, he does not have Stim on the way. He only has +1. He's going to be moving into a 3rd base behind this. He's not looking for another big push. He spent too much on that exchange. Now, Blink is done, so it means there's still 4 Stalkers there. They can blink in the main base. Tank has range to just about right here, so the Stalkers can absolutely blink in, run around, and try to kill off a couple more workers, but the Marines are there, and actually, yeah, I'm sorry, Stim is done. So, that doesn't work out for MaxPax all that well. Now the army of Kelazhur running forward. His +1 is not done. His combat shields are not done, but Stim is there. The Stalkers, though, they have blink. They're going to be able to blink backwards, trading off a couple more Marines. And every single Marine that MaxPax is able to trade off right now, it means this push from Kelazhur is less and less and less impressive. It means it slows it down more and more. It buys time for charge, which is really the true upgrade that you're looking at to really kill this push. The Stalkers, they run forward. They say, okay, I'll trade my life for maybe a couple more Marines. That seems somewhat useful. And again, charge is done in 10 seconds. Kelazhur has to understand that this timing, it is not going to be complete, but not MaxPax. This is a scary army he's got. His +1 is going to be done. It's a lot of charge, and he does not really have reinforcement ability. We're going to see maybe a Warp Prism is the first unit out of this Robo, but you can kind of warp in at your 3rd and run across the map. It is that short. So MaxPax 4th base on the way, +1 armor on the way, but he's going to try to crush Kelazhur right here, right now. Zealot's running in on top of all of these Marines, on top of the Biostalkers, blink forward. A tank goes down as well. These Archons, they're hallucinated, they're not real, but they're still fulfilling the same task. The tank thing is the friendly fire on the Widow Mines as well. It knocks the tank down. Tank is dead. Widow Mines do not get the engagements they're looking for. MaxPax, he's up 1-0. In the bottom right, in the red, he's up 1-0 in this semifinals, looking for a date with Neeb in the grand finals. His name is MaxPax. I thought I fixed that. Oops. MaxPax for PSISTORM, not for Team Liquid. And in the upper left, in the blue, he's down 1. Going for a push that really didn't work. His name for Team Liquid, this time, he actually is for Team Liquid. He's Kelazhur. Or Kelagod, as you may know him. Diego. So game 1, we saw Kelazhur. He got his natural delayed just a little bit. And then he rallies across the map with 8 Marines and 2 Cyclones and tries to make something happen. But MaxPax's micro is just too damn good. Yep. Dave tested liquid packs. I think that's alcohol. At least some people look for the liquid piece. I don't know. Is that too morose? Too depressing? I don't know. But anyway, for right now, the probe of MaxPax is going to look to delay this natural as long as it can, because again, that will buy time for the adept to run across the map. MaxPax did not. My favorite theory is that he is actually the Prince of Denmark, and therefore it's a security concern. So, I don't know. In my heart, MaxPax is the secret Prince of Denmark. But most likely, as I'm given to understand, he has parents who are extremely private. It's kind of hard to get him to get signed to a team anyways, or agree to play professional StarCraft. So I guess this was the my best guess. I guess this was the what's the word I'm looking for? The compromise where he could play online stuff as long as he didn't show his face and can't do offline. But he's 18 soon, so who knows? That might change. It's nice zoning here from the Adept. Will maybe get this Reaper. Second shot before the glaive completes. Okay, so the Reaper will stay alive, I think. One shot. Yeah, the Reaper's alive. And what do we see on the other side of the map? Now, because of course the Reaper is being aggressive to MaxPax, the Adept does not delay the command center. So certainly for now, Kelazhur, this game's going a little bit better. He got a probe on the other side, although the Reaper's now dead. He got a probe on the other side. His natural is in a much happier position. Things are going apace. But MaxPax, he's not going for the same build he did in game number 1. There's a robo on the way. There it is. There's a robo on the way. And that does mean that, well, this most likely is just going to be your... Glad I didn't say anything because this is Dark Shrine. DT drops are going to be the name of the game for MaxPax in this game number 2. We're going to have to see whether Kelazhur is ready. And most importantly, we're looking to track his scans. Dark Shrine is going to be done right around 4:30-ish is where that aggression happens. So around then, we're going to have to see, hey, does Kelazhur drop scans? Does he drop mules? Does he start building up scan energy? If he builds up scan energy, that is not a guarantee that he will survive this. But it makes it a whole hell of a lot easier. Also notice that there is no tech lab on the starport. We have Kelazhur. He's going for a rather aggressive push. It's going to be a tank drop, I think, with Marine. Or, well, maybe not. Okay, so it's going to be, I guess, a Marine drop early. 5 Marines in a medevac. And then we're going to see the tech lab on the starport. So eventually there will be a Raven, but this Raven... Will this sync up with the starport? I don't know, as a SCV will go down. Where is the warp prism? Okay, warping in on the north side. DT's already on their way in. So there is some damage potential here, and theoretically, the DTs could kill the starport. I don't think that's going to be what MaxPax is going for, as we have 35 energy here. There are no scans. So SCVs have to run into the main base now, where their 2 DTs are going to get dropped on in. This is potentially a problem that we're going to have the drop. It looks like it was cleaned up at home. Defensive DT killed all of that. Or there was just nothing there, but DT is there just reaping their pound of flesh. Indeed. The Raven is just about out. Scans are somewhat close. Actually, there is one scan right here, and we will see the DTs go down. Warp Prism is very low, so it cannot evacuate things. But still. 13 SCVs pay the iron price. No mining in the main or natural for quite a while. MaxPax taking a significant advantage in this trade, but he does not have blink. He does not have charge. So theoretically, Kelazhur can have a really nice push with the Raven, with the tank, with these Marines, and make something happen. That is the goal, as another DT is going to wind its way. This defensive DT now going to be an aggressive one, because the Raven is in the middle of the map. But Kelazhur has understood the situation he's in just a little bit better, in that he will not go and spend all of his scans. He's saving a couple to make sure that he can survive at home and abroad. And this Archon drop's interesting, because this is a very low Warp Prism. But certainly the army of Kelazhur now is going to try to find its way on in. Blink is not done. These are just slow stalkers with no blink, nothing else. So this tank is a problem with the stalkers. They're going to run forward. Shield battery overcharge is a damn fine thing. And the stalkers, they're going to try to target fire down. They will not get the Raven. They will not get the tank. Instead, both taking 50% HP, 50% losses. Now the Archon flank, though. Okay, so the Raven is dead. Archon going to get dropped on top of the tank. There we go. Warp Prism has to be careful. Does not want to go down. But now the tank going down here. What a hold here from MaxPax. He's just too damn good. This is absolutely unfair. It is insane. It is unconscionable. But he's done it anyways. Professor Nuggy, PhD. Will we see the DT blink patch? I think it's just going to be more that we're not going to see DT blink. Or if we see it, it's not going to be as much of a mid game. It's going to be much later. What's your PhD in, Professor Nuggy? As the Darkness playing in the main base here. And there's an Archon as well. Oh, wait, is this Stim? Oh, Stim's going to go down. This is massive here. MaxPax, he finds his timing. He held across the map. He got 13 workers worth of damage. He's got a third base. He's mining so much more. The Archon is going to run forward. Nice hot pickup save there as well. Archon stays alive. And MaxPax trying to just end the game with this, with 5 blink stalkers and an Archon. But SCVs have to get pulled, and the Archon is low enough. And MaxPax for the moment he stays home. There's 4 Marine drop, 5 Marine drop, 6 Marine drop in the main base. Well, there's a Colossus, so this really should not get too much done. The army of MaxPax on the other side of the map is forced to blink out, though, so MaxPax will not end the game with this. A couple probes are going down. And actually, that's 11, 12 probes. Hey, Tozif93, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. This is, of course, semifinals number 2. Semifinals 1 was an absolute banger between Neeb and Solar. That'll be uploaded in 4K on my YouTube channel once I get it processed and edited as those Widow Mines. No, MaxPax not paying attention, losing 3-4 Stalkers to the Widow Mines. That's not what you want. But seriously, either on the stream VOD right now or when it goes to my YouTube later this week, make sure to go check out Neeb versus Rogue. It is really a truly awesome series. We saw much more variability in PvZ, and we saw the Fist of Neeb in that final game. It was awesome. So we got a double drop here from Kelazhur on the western side of the base. I don't think MaxPax keeps this base up. It's a little bit too low, but he's going to try. And actually, Kelazhur's not going to commit to this. And Stalker's on the high ground. Stalker's playing forward. The drop is going to get cleaned up here. But on the other side of the map, I guess Kelazhur says it's not worth it. 2-0 MaxPax. In the upper right, in the red. He's up 2-0. Kind of dominating this series thus far. His name is MaxPax. And as we can see properly on PSISTORM this time, it worked out. In the bottom left, in the blue, down to looking for a comeback here. He's got a proxy on the map already. His name for Team Liquid is Kelazhur. I'll be right back. Okay, so Kelazhur, he's got the Reaper on the other side of the map, rallying into the main. He already has 1, or SCV, there we go. And MaxPax, we've started to see less and less of this. I'm going to build a Zealot to make sure that I don't lose any probes. It's just not as much of a thing. You can kind of chrono out an Adept in time. And MaxPax is aware of what's happening. He sees double gas, he sees the factory on location. He knows that this is Proxy Reaper. But I guess, okay, he's going to go for Stalker instead of Adept. Interesting. And we will see a bunker on the natural again. This bunker positioning has become a lot more popular because it's not trying to hide. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like our Take TV friend is timing out. That's no good. At least it's not referee A. At least it's not referee A. So, folks, game 3. Kelazhur, he's got a bunker on, or excuse me, yeah, bunker. He got a bunker on the way. MaxPax is going to try to defend. And it looks like he has truly lost connection. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Game pause.
He's gone. Oh, that sucks.
Game resumed.
But we're back in the game now. Okay. Reaper getting 2 probes for his troubles. Stalker on the other side, not quite. Does not get where it needs to be. So the Reaper does stay alive. This bunker will complete as well. but the SCV, actually, Stalker's going to be able to zone out this SCV, which means there's no real repair here. Probe will go down, so that's going to be the third probe that has died. A second Reaper will join this, and the Stalker's now just a little bit out of position, but Shield Battery will be ready soon, and you can kind of take a little bit of hull damage because you know you will be healed on up. Second Stalker on the way as well, so that should be the end of things. But we're going to see Kelazhur try to do... what series was this? What Terran did this? We're gonna see Kelazhur try to find the value that we saw earlier on. Man, what series with that? I'm blanking. Anyway, unfortunately though, for Kelazhur, he will not be as successful. He will not almost kill 2 Stalkers and just kill the shield battery and do everything else. Not really going to be a thing. So for now, MaxPax, he sees what's happening. He sees the starport on the way. And Phoenix will be his follow-up in this game, which is kind of cool. If you think your opponent is going to go extended harass against you, which is what 1-1-1 kind of means, you go Phoenix. You say Hellion drops? No thank you. You say Widowmine drops? No thank you. And I believe, did MaxPax see the armory? He did not, but even still, you can get an Oracle out if you want to. Technically, armory Widowmines are good against this because it's energy based. You don't have permanent detection. But if Phoenix just lift all the Widowmines, does it really matter? Not really. So, but actually, with these 2 Reapers staying alive, we're most likely going to see, say, the Reapers dive into the main, distract MaxPax from the drop in the natural, and we're going to have to see whether MaxPax does fall victim to that, or vice versa, natural and main, whatever. Now, okay, the Reapers, they just dive in right now, and that is not when the drop is coming. It's a little bit early. In fact, it's forced the entire army of MaxPax into the main base, but now we're going to see the Phoenix dive into the natural, and that does mean this army of MaxPax is just a little bit out of position. He's going to have vision just about right now. The Widowmine drop commences. Probe's getting pulled, but of course these are cloaked Widowmines. They're a little bit annoying, and positioning's not quite proper. We're not where it needs to be, so 4 probes will die, and 1 Widowmine has still not spent its load. I don't know that MaxPax knows this. Oh no, okay, he's gonna sacrifice the Stalker. Nice retargeting there though. Fireworkers go down. MaxPax also knows that this is cloak now, but he does not have, he's building more Phoenix. I don't know that he knows this. This is a problem. The Widowmine shots are gonna go off once 7 workers are gonna go down. There's an observer now, but still 10 workers have died. This is not worth it here for MaxPax whatsoever. He's down a worker in this setup, waiting for the observer. He thought he could make it happen, but he could not. And now, again, big problem. Big problem coming in from MaxPax. So now maybe it's his turn to get some aggression on the map here. Phoenix running across, but MaxPax, he's got to find a comeback. This is a 3-1-1 stim combat shield timing coming in from Kelazhur in this game. That does mean that it's not like MaxPax can just hit the probe button over and over and over again and just try to be as greedy as possible. There will be a push coming from Kelazhur, and it will be scary, and it will have a lot of power to it. So MaxPax has to find some way to recoup his economic losses, build a strong enough army, and maybe put some pressure on Kelazhur as well to delay this push. Now, of course, with this being Phoenix play, you can't really harass the push going on to the other side of the map as much. You can't go and just blink and blink and blink and blink and slow things down and force siege ups and tear away at the army. It is much more about taking the big fight once the army runs across the map. By the way, there is no Twilight as well. This is pure Phoenix Colossus. We'll see a couple SCVs go down, but not as much as MaxPax has lost. And I think, was that a Phoenix dying? I think that was maybe a Phoenix going down right there. So we only have 4 now. You won 5. You actually won more. So more and more Phoenix are on the way. At least MaxPax is committing to advanced Phoenix tech. More the stat style of things than, say, the old Jim Max said Phoenix Colossus idea. Okay, so first Colossus, I believe, is out. Second one should be on the way. Extended Thermal Lance as well. But Kelazhur is looking to hit his timing just about... Oh, hey, that's a really quick +2. But it looks like Kelazhur should be looking to hit his timing right now. Now, no concussive shells, which is interesting, as another Phoenix will go down, because the sheer presence of Cyclones does make this a little bit more complicated. But it also theoretically makes it a little bit easier for MaxPax because there are no tanks. Doesn't have to worry about that. That big zoning utility. All right, so second Colossus is on the field. Third one on the way. 3 Colossus is kind of your magic number that you're looking for. And Kelazhur, this is not the normal timing. Granted, he did go for Cloaked Widowmine, so that does delay things just a little bit. We're going to have to see whether Kelazhur is going to be able to crush on through. Now, there are 2 Colossus, of course. There are no Cyclones. Excuse me, no tanks. So the Cyclones actually, they could have died right there. MaxPax very much could have lifted them and killed them off, but opting not to. And where's his Observer? Oh, he lost it at some point. So no Observer here with this army, actually, which is kind of a problem with how committed to Widowmines Kelazhur is. But for now, he's going to move around. He's going to clean some supply off the map, clean a lot of vision off the map for MaxPax, and this pylon will supply block him just barely, just briefly. But more pylons in the way as well, of course. And it doesn't look like Kelazhur is too interested in really trying to break MaxPax right now. 3 Colossus are scary. Extended Thermal Lance is a powerful thing, and you have a lot of Phoenix. You lift up all the Marauders, you lift up the Cyclones. It becomes a little bit more difficult, but now Kelazhur, he has an opportunity to delay the 4th base. Looks like he will not take advantage of that for the moment. And MaxPax's upgrades, they're finishing up rather soon. He's going to have +1. He will have charge. He will have a Warp Prism to keep these Colossus alive, or maybe drop into the main, cause a little bit more issues for Kelazhur as the game goes later. And MaxPax's army will spike in power very soon. +1 is done. Well, just about. And, I mean, these Cyclones, they're dead. Or just about. Doesn't really matter. Their utility is gone for the most part, but Widowmine drops into this 3rd base. 7 more probes do go down. MaxPax distracted by the aggression at the front. Stalker does not, of course, have Blink, so that's a bit of a problem. We will see Widowmines go down once again. And this Widowmine, though, this is undetected. 3 workers have already gone down. MaxPax looking to try to take the fight, though. He's got to make something happen because, again, this Widowmine. It's not, MaxPax is not paying attention. The Cloak Widowmines are a problem. 4 more workers die. It honestly could have been a lot more if Kelazhur did target fire. But now MaxPax's army is a terrifying thing. We're going to see the army look to move on forward. I think he lifted up all the ghosts here, and that makes this army so much more powerful. Colossus raining hellfire from above. MaxPax looking to turn a miracle out of a molehill, but unfortunately, the miracle is not quite there just yet. Zealots on top of the Ghost Academy will not be successful there, and Warp Prism looks like it will be able to escape. 7 SCVs have died, and a couple Zealots are still there. But the supply gap continues to increase. The upgrade gap continues to increase. The tech gap, similar story. You've heard it before, and now the Warp Prism is dead as well. But MaxPax is going to add a second Rebel. I think we're going to see Disruptor play. Yeah, there we go. Disruptor's on the way out of this, and MaxPax has equalized income just a little bit. Start to see a lot more ghosts hit the field. We have, looks like 3 with this army, 3 more on the way, and of course, the shockwave upgrade, the EMP upgrade, enhanced shockwaves, is now done. So these EMP, they can blanket the army super easily because these Archons are just about useless. And MaxPax, he's got to get some good disruptor shots. That is the win condition at this point. He has been too heavily hampered by how things are going. He's lost about 3,000 more, 2,000, 2,500 more resources. And that's the problem. And again, there is no detection with this army. There's an observer on the map, sure, but the lack of detection on this army, and actually looks like the Warp Prism didn't go down, but it is dead now. And the lack of detection with this army has continued to be a problem. But +2 will be done soon. MaxPax will continue to be only 1 upgrade behind his opponent, and Disruptors don't really care about upgrades, so you do have that going for you. Dark Shrine on the way as well. If MaxPax can maybe sandbag this another 5 minutes without losing or without taking game-defining damage, maybe make something happen. As now that Phoenix will go down. But Blink is just about done here now, so that means at least you have the air control, the anti-drop tech a little bit further. EMP is blanketing this army, so MaxPax can't really take the fight. But Blink is now done. +2 is done. Dark Shrine about halfway done. MaxPax looks like he... Oh, again. Wouldn't mind. No detection of the army is a problem. But we yeah, this is actually going to be a really big problem now. So, +1 air on the way. There are 3 Colossus, and they have done a really good job of making sure MaxPax does not die. But we're going to see Liberator play coming out rather soon as the Stalkers blink forward. Ghosts are going to get target down first and foremost. The Zealots, jeez. Archons evaporate in the blink of an eye. But, again, the time of the Archon's mostly done. Ghosts are expensive, and they will get blinked upon. They will go down. Colossus aggressing on the north side, and there are Disruptors on the south. Disruptor shots looking for their hits. They will not find them. MaxPax will be able to defend his north side. Here's the back-breaking problem for Kelazhur. This is a doom drop in the main base. Wait, there are 6 Stalkers here. There is there's too much. You can't get it all. Stalkers are going to get blinked upon. We're going to have to see a recall into the main base, most likely, but no, he's not going to recall just now. There he is. So no EMPs on the Nexus. MaxPax actually doesn't take too much from that. I think he actually came out fairly positively in that trade. Now the drop. Oh, that's a medevac going down. Don't know how much was in it. Stalkers, they blink forward. Vikings, they're starting to fall, but Liberators are hitting the field. But you got to remember, folks, the Colossus have not been dealt with. Colossus are actually fairly good against Liberators because they share range. Even extended range makes it a bit of a problem. But you do at least have the zoning. You have the ability to keep the ground army away from the Liberators, so you can kind of blink in, knock the Liberators down, keep their supply in a relatively equal value. But now MaxPax is looking for the fight here. He's down 2 upgrades, but if you can take the good engagement that he's looking for, it's going to work out pretty well for him. Disruptor shot's not going to land. Stalkers blink forward, trying to get on top of everything. Colossus firing away. One of them finally does go down, but the Liberators, their count has been reset once again. What do we have? This drop in the main base. Kelazhur, it's a triple drop. There is nothing here for MaxPax. He does not have a recall available either. It's got 50%, and we're going to have defensive, looks like defensive DTs, and there is no scan, so eventually they should be able to clean this up. Yeah, they're doing that. They're not killing. I thought for a second they were killing the Nexus, but still 14 workers go down. Kelazhur, he does have scans, and he does have EMPs, so this is a difficult army to fight. It's just MaxPax is bleeding out here by this one drop in the main base. But Disruptor shots, they go down, and you got to remember, this army for MaxPax is a damn powerful one, even if he cannot really fight what he has in the main base. But defensive DTs look like they are finally cleaning things up, even as the Cybercrow goes down. And MaxPax has lost a lot of economy. He's lost a lot of tech. But maybe he can push through. Maybe he can make something happen here. Again, he's lost the second Colossus. He's only back onto 1. So he doesn't have that nice zoning against the bio against Liberator plays. Disruptors run on forward. And again, Disruptors are hard to make work once you have ranged Liberators. They just don't share range. So it's not like tanks where you can kind of zone them out and keep making things happen. And Liberators, though, they are moving forward. And it looks like MaxPax is going to maybe be able to make something happen here. And while the Liberators are great at zoning, so too are the Disruptors in these engagements where you're kind of ebbing forward and backwards, trying to make something happen. But now DTs are on the map. Blink DT is done. Now, of course, you cannot blink on top of the army, but you can blink into positions where you can get on top of the army maybe. As the Stalkers blink forward, 1 Liberator does go down, but there's so many Liberators here. It feels like we're starting to hit the point where MaxPax has got to find some solution. But hey, there's an orbital. It's dead. Marauder's starting to die here as the army of Kelazhur on the north side trying to make something happen, but defensive DTs will once again be the name of the game. Snipe's going to go down, but that's going to be that. How does MaxPax go from here? I like the idea of going into like charge lot DT. Liberators are very good against a smaller amount of high-tech units because they do a lot of damage, they control space, but they don't fire all that fast. You move into, say, Disruptor, or excuse me, Charge Lot Blink DT, you start to move around the map, you start to tear your opponent apart. It's a little bit more doable. Just because, I mean, well, Liberators are siege units. Sure, they can unsiege and resiege with some level of alacrity, but try to tear your opponent apart, it can work really well, but this is not the fight. These are +1. Well, they're only +1, actually, so they're not 2-shotting Stalkers. But even still, there are so many Liberators, 8 Liberators defending this position, and now the army of Kelazhur are running through the other side of the map, trying to make something happen, trying to end this game, trying to give us a series. And the army of MaxPax is out of position. The army that can actually fight this is out of position, but there will be a recall. And now DTs, they're going to find their way into the natural. It looks like the army of Kelazhur is going to try to break a base, but Disruptors, they're just slowly chasing behind, and there's not a lot here to buffer for it, actually. So this base is dead. Disruptor Shots running forward. Liberators looking for the siege up for the flank, but there's no flank coming. Disruptor Shots actually going to be fairly nice, and for the moment, this base will stay alive. DTs actually find their way into the main base, and they're camping the production. So many of these barracks are going down. I would love to see the starports actually be the thing that gets targeted, but for now, yeah, there we go. Now the starports, that's the value you're looking for. All these add-ons are going down. The production of the Terran is just not where it needs to be. Stalkers blinking on forward. +2 air is done now, so these Stalkers, they are getting 2-shot, and oh, the Disruptor! Last second, it goes down. But even still, the army of Kelazhur, it's closer to MaxPax supply than it has been in quite a while, and these DTs are just finding so much value. Liberator's trying to zone things out, but there's no detection. There are some scans to be sure, but not a lot. Now the DTs, they're just going to blink onto the low ground. Sure, they can't kill things immediately, but this is the true intention of things. They're going to be able to run around. And hey, again, no detection. Mineral lines getting evaporated. MaxPax feels like he's pulling a rabbit out of a hat in this game. This is insane play from the Danish sensation. Stalkers blink forward, getting a little bit more, and there are not a lot of Liberators on the field anymore. Oh, okay, I guess there are, but not a lot of Liberators with this army. And so it is a lot more possible now for MaxPax to take this fight. He's equal up the army supply somehow, some way. He's equalized the army supply, and these DTs continue to find obscene value. Missile turret's going to go down. We're going to see this. There we go. It's going to die. And now there are five DTs on a command center. They're just going to blink out of the scan. That's, again, this is what Blink T is for. The army of MaxPax rolling on and rolling forward. He's up 20 army supply. I don't know how the hell the man has done it. And he's still down 5,000 resources, but he's been able to mine just a little bit more. And now this is going to be a base that is under threat with Immortals, with Disruptors. You can kind of burst through this, and the repair is not really there just yet. More and more Stalkers arriving. Disruptor Shots, that's their true target. They're going to try to get as many SCVs as possible before the Liberators force them off, but that's 7 SCVs going down. Maybe just a little bit more. It's going to be 10 the Biostims on top of things. Disruptor Shots, though, preemptively, they're shot down. Preemptively, they land. MaxPax. He takes the series 3-0 somehow, some way.